Hello everyone, Pallytime here. Welcome back to League of Legends. In today's video, we're playing some Pantheon mid. I went for press the attack for my runes. If we empower W, it should be pretty easy to proc that. I'll explain that a little bit more in just a moment as well. We have Triumph, Legend, Tenacity, and Coup de Grace, as well as Sudden Impact and Treasure Hunter. Now, I am a little torn on Treasure Hunter. I kind of think I would like more of my ultimate ability haste. I think that'd be more fun for me personally, but this is what we're using for today. I'm also putting 1 point into my Q, which can be a melee attack, or I can power it up to be a ranged one, just like that. I'm not too worried about this invade. We're just going to continue to walk away. No reason to overreact, no reason to flash. That's what they're trying to get out of me. And we spotted the invade in time. They used all of their abilities on me. I appreciate the concern from my friends here, but literally that kind of was best case scenario. That's okay. The minions responding right now. We're just going to follow them right down the lane. So you'll notice the red bar underneath my HP bar. This is basically how you track my empowered abilities. If I use it on my W, I basically stun them by jumping onto them, but then also attack them for 3 times, which combos perfectly with press the attack. Hitting an enemy champion with 3 consecutive attacks deals adaptive damage and then makes them more vulnerable to damage. We are going to be scaling up my Q first, but that press the attack interaction just makes it so we're even more lethal when we actually jump in on an enemy. The friendly team today is Jack's top lane, Scion in the jungle, Pantheon mid, and then is this Zeri? Zeri and Nico down in the bottom lane. I'm not super concerned about this guy. I do want to beat him to level 2, so that means I need to start hitting some minions now. If I just get ahead of the minion wave just a little bit, he just beat me to it. That's okay. We can just play passive back here. If he's going to use a lot of spells to clear the wave, that means that these minions are going to be pushing under my tower quite a lot, and we can play around that really easy. I know this is a stacking champion, but I don't fully understand how the stacking works, so I'm not going to speak too highly on that. Their jungler is a Wukong. He can gank pretty early, and it can be kind of scary, but we should probably expect it at level 3. If he's not going to move up, I'll move to him. This is our empowered. There we go. That's our burst damage. In 10 seconds, we do it again. I do have a potion as well to heal me back up. In 5 seconds, I'm going to jump right back on this guy and use Ignite to help our chances as well. Here we go. And then maybe I could have waited for one more auto attack to empower my Q. If the target is below 20% health, they take bonus damage. And if I wait for it to be empowered, they also take bonus damage. So I think that could have been a little bit better. But do you know what we're going to do? We're going to jump on him again, use our abilities, and that's it. We got a really simple, like, in and out combo that is incredibly strong. I'm going to wait for him to move up. You'll notice that I'm just kind of letting these minions stack. If he wants to move towards me, he's going to get punished. If I see him, this is something I would flash for. Although that is a lot of minions too. It looks like he might be leaving. He does have teleport, so he's probably expecting to return to this lane pretty quickly. So I don't want to do too much to it. I don't want to like clear it and have it pushing back into him if he's just going to reappear. When we hit level 4, I also picked up my E ability. Oh, is that him there? Hey, bud. It was so easy. I just needed 1 more damage. Maybe 1 more auto attack would have done it. That wasn't even like a really urgent engage. I was expecting to be in W range a little bit faster to jump on him. That was kind of anticlimactic. Well, the same stuff still applies, except if I keep the minions here this time, he has the potential of missing out on this cannon. So I'm still in total control here. My Ignite is on cooldown, so I won't have a ton of offensive prowess for the next minute and 30 seconds. But as soon as this guy seems like he's ready to hunker back down, that's when we just remove him from the equation yet again. You can see he has that vacuum that stacked up all of my minions into one spot. That is kind of annoying. But we'll deal with it. We're okay. It seems like he's just playing super passive, so while these minions are duking it out, I'm going to make sure that he can't stay here too much longer. I want to at least pressure him back under his tower. Looks like our bottom lane has backed. Who got the kill? It was Jackson, the top lane, who grabbed a kill earlier. If I use my Q as a melee by just tapping the button, it does come off cooldown significantly faster. So I can kind of poke with it if this guy is playing close. But you see how he's playing. He's playing pretty far back. That's not going to be a thing we can do super reliably. However, I can push this under tower. And we can mitigate this if it becomes too much of a problem. We'll just go ahead and use our E to eat all of that damage. And walk away. The level 4 gank. Turns out it wasn't too strong. I don't know. I may not need to leave. I might be able to stay. We have a really big minion wave here. So if he attacks me, he's going to get minion aggro. 5 seconds on my defensive being available again. So it's pretty much ready. Let me fight right here. That way he is zoned out of XP range for all of these minions dying. If he doesn't want to fight me, I can still counterplay him with just my positioning, right? Notice I have a pretty significant level lead at this point. He was 2 levels down at one point. If I just keep him back, we're chilling. And then ideally, I want this shoved under tower pretty quickly as well. He might be looking to get a little more aggressive now that my HP is low, but I'm not worried about that.
Before you fight,
calm and collected. Bro, compare this to how I was playing just a couple months ago. Hey, bud. That's a lot of minions. Did you think this through? Okay, turns out you did. But my Ignite's gonna take it anyway. Now that we have respawned, I decided to buy myself the Serrated Dirk. This is going to build into an Eclipse soon, which we're already over halfway into building. We're making great progress on that. Enemy Wukong is missing, so is my opponent. I believe his teleport's already on cooldown. I believe he's already used it. I'm going to jump in for the stun there just to make sure I secure that last hit. Now, I do have 2 wards that I could put down, and I should. If I had warded that bush, I wouldn't have seen, or I would have seen Wukong coming in. And I would have been in a much better spot to respond to it. Our jungler is taking Scuttle right now, so the area beneath me is being watched. And wow, he's like not coming up towards these minions at all at this point. So I'm going to play right about here. We're going to keep him back. I'll try to nab these last hits when I can. We're basically forcing the jungler to make a play here. He has to pressure me or this guy is just going to keep getting zoned out from XP. He cannot get back in the game unless the jungler does something about it. That is a decent amount of damage on me. He's locked down all these minions, so I'll just go ahead and jump on him with a few quick attacks. Nothing too crazy. We do have an empowered spear ready, so I'm just going to start chucking these at him. The days of me playing nice are gone. Now we just need to build back up to our empower again, which we are just 2 auto attacks away from. And then throw that bad boy right back at him. And as you can see, it chunks as a ranged spell. The downside is it's a much longer cooldown. So he's probably going to be leaving now. We do see the enemy Lux going for Dragon, so I'm going to jump right in on that with my ultimate ability. This allows me to gap close quite far, pick up a kill on Lux there, and I'm going to continue the damage on Wukong. That's a double. Mitigate damage as I'm walking away, and I don't think their ADC can kill me. But just in case, I'm going to take a weird path out of here. Now, we managed to disrupt them taking Dragon, which is huge. I picked up a couple of kills, bringing me to 3-1-0. And we are very close to getting Eclipse finished. But since I can't finish it, I'll go ahead and buy some boots and a ward and head back to lane. Aurelion Soul is back and grouping these guys up to burn them down. If he's pushing into tower, that means I'm going to meet this wave at about the perfect time and still be able to gobble up all of that XP. I do have an empowered ability. I would like to use it on him, but it doesn't look like he's moving up. So let me just delete that wave, and then I'm going to start to prowl a little bit. I'm feeling pretty strong at this point. We got a few kills under our belt, and I am stronger in the early game than I am in the late game. So we need to make sure that we are using this momentum that I have. I'm going to go ahead and drop a red here. Looks like our jungler might be heading towards Dragon now. Also looks like the enemies picked up a double kill down bot, and they're looking at Scion. I might be able to do something cheeky here, especially if Lux continues to play this far back. We'll just throw that spear right there. Pick up that kill. We're on a rampage now, and I'll ward this bush as I walk away. No need to be greedy there. They were the greedy ones. We just took advantage of it. Now, Scion is very warded in here. If he takes that scuttle, we're going to have, like, overkill vision. I was thinking about flashing in for that one, but he's a little too far away, so we'll just continue to clear our lane. Looks like Wukong was able to gank top, although Jax is having a great time up there so far. Q through that to clear the wave, empower my next ability. I'm trying to freeze it here. Looks like mine's pushing a little bit. I'm just going to poke at this guy with my Q at range, and then get these last hits. If he wants to move up, he's more than welcome to. My ultimate's ready again in 30 seconds, so ideally, we want to find something to gank as that's becoming available. Looks like a lot of a ruckus down bottom. I didn't see this red ward as I was walking through last time. I'll just go ahead and jump right on top of him with my flash. I think that was worth. The fadeaway throw, he walked into it, and now he doesn't have any HP. And he has to leave. All because you want to contest me killing your ward. That's what you wanted to do? That's how you wanted to spend your life? And we're pushed right back up into towers. He might be fading just out of sight, but no, I took too many tower shots there for nothing. Well, we do have enough to finish off our item, and his teleport should be available again, so it might be in my best interest to just leave. But when do I ever do anything that's in my best interest? We're going to look at bottom lane now. He doesn't have vision of me walking this way, at least that I know of. If I hover over my ult, we are in range, and I'm going to let them know that I'm coming in right now on their back line. Right as we land, I'm going to jump on Lux and try to get ahead of her. That way she can't root two of us. Perfect. And I'm happy with that. I'll leave. That's fine. 5-1-0 at the 12-minute mark. Pretty good start. Pretty good start for this one. Our team did manage to take Dragon. I'll be honest, I did not see it happening at all. That's on me. That's my fault. What are we afraid of with their damage? Honestly, at this point, I think I'm going to just lean into my own strength. I'm going to get some cooldown reduction boots to make my poking a little bit better. I'm also going to get a little more HP. And we'll walk back to lane. Sion is looking at Aurelian's soul. Is he going to do anything about it? Bro, Sion has so much HP. That's ridiculous. Does this guy even have an... He has a belt. He's taking my farm. All right, I'll let him know I'm on the way. Maybe he'll save that one for me. That little melee boy giving you a little resistance. Looks like the ward has been placed in the same spot. We'll see if Saul learned his lesson. Oh, God, I was so close to being able to hop over that wall. That was so close. We're going to continue to level up my W ability. We're working to empower it right now. So if Soul moves up, we'll be able to jump on him. I'm actually going to use the empower just to push the wave here. If our jungler is... He's not doing anything interesting. In fact, he's just looking at a bush. I'm having problems actually getting the lane under tower. So every time that Soul tries to delay it there, I'm going to start just throwing spears at him. I think that's how we are going to adapt to this situation. What happened? There's a lot of Wukong pings. What are we worried about? Jack's getting ganked up in the top lane. Seems like our jungler doesn't know top lane exists. That's kind of how I play the game, though. Yeah, it's up there. It's an island. How do I reach it? Let's go ahead and chuck these at this guy. If he's not going to move, we'll make him move. He is getting plenty of farm, though. He's only 20 behind me. We've been doing pretty well in this lane. I'm going to mitigate damage early and try to get out of that gravity well. Wukong is in the area, so I should be careful. But I have a feeling that Soul's going to be confident after that. Feeling a little better after your lane buddy comes through, your jungle buddy comes through. I was thinking I'd be able to jump onto him. I'm going to save my empower because we know he's going to turtle up. I want that empower for that. We also know that Wukong is beneath me. Yeah, 189 for that damage at range is nothing. I really do got to get in close. One thing I could do is let this push for a wave and see if he overextends, and then I can kind of take control of the wave underneath my tower again. Try to get it reset. Another thing I could do is just wait for bottom lane to return and then jump on them. I'm going to do some aggressive wards here because I'm feeling okay. It's going to be 50 seconds for the dragon to be spawned again. Is bot lane pushing? I don't know. My flash is still on cooldown. Soul is backing to get mana. That's actually a good thing. That could save me. Let me shove this as fast as I can. We'll get it under tower. Oh, bottom lane already picking up a kill. They don't even need me to jump in on that. Beautiful. Lux the lone survivor right now. Plates are gone. I don't like how... I think I could have pressured this tower a lot better, to be honest with you. I can stun this guy on the way out if I need to, if he gaps close onto me again, but I think I'm okay. We'll just throw that spear as a retaliatory thing. I do have my ult, so like jumping back here, going to the base, and then hopping on Soul if he continues to push the lane is something I would very much like to do. Let me go ahead and get some regen and some extra damage, and we'll start walking towards this. Scion's there as well. If I can just get in range, we'd be in a great spot. Actually, looks like he might be moving towards Dragon. We see Soul moving towards bot lane Try. I'm almost in range of that. I'm really close to being in range of that. So if we see anything happening, we're ready. So is he. I'm jumping in now. Hey, bud. You stunned? Oh, no. He didn't get anyone down in the bottom lane, and we totally cut that gank down to size. It may have been a stretch to call that a gank. It was just kind of him moving in there. 5-1-1. We're doing pretty okay. I'm going to let Scion just do this. With Soul dead, I might be able to take his tower away, and of course, there's some money over here for me if I need it. We are also close enough in mid that we could rotate back over if things look like they're going awry. Now, Lux can snipe this with an ult and Q. That's up to our jungler to figure out how to beat that, and it looks like they did. I'm going to ward here as well just to see what's going on. I don't want to be too far forward. We do have pretty good HP regen at the moment. They are swapping to middle since our bot has taken their tower. Really, it should be the other way around. That bot should be coming here now. Rift Herald's being dropped. That was taken above me. It looks like 4 members of the enemy team grouping up on me here now. We're just going to keep chugging potions and backing away. I can call for help, and if help comes, that's great. But I shouldn't be putting myself in a bad spot to defend something I know I can't defend. However, Rift Herald is taking a bit of damage now. We see Zeri coming in from the side. I'm going to level up my stun again. And I'm Lux hunting now. It's Lux season. We'll go ahead and hit her with the combo. One more auto attack finishes her off. Flashing there was probably overkill. But she's almost in range. Come here, you little shit. There we go. I'm going to try to empower my Q before I send it. We'll just throw that one after him. Probably should have ignited a little bit earlier. Maybe I'm focusing on the minutia of this a little bit too much. He is pretty close to tower here. We have a big wave moving in. We could dive on him pretty successfully, I think. I think it would go okay. I'm at least going to pressure him away from the minions because we don't want him to get that for free. And our ADC is actually doing a lot of damage to this tower, so I like that. This is all good stuff. Finish the tower, please. Please finish the tower. Thank you. I don't know why they all backed away from it the moment I started taking damage. All right, 616, we have our ult again. I'm going to back and then maybe throw it down middle. We're also in a great spot to pick up another one of these Warhammers, which is going to give us more attack damage and ability haste. I'll also try to explain my my mythic as well. This is Eclipse. Basically, it synergizes really well with our same strategy from Press the Attack. If we jump in on a target with our empowered W, then all of a sudden that target's going to be taking a lot of additional damage. Looks like Scion is in, and so am I. The ult going to the back line right now. They see it. Will they get out in time? This is the real Wukong. I'm going to ignite him. One more empowered Q. That's a kill. Perfect. I'll ward as I'm just walking away here. I wouldn't mind getting a little bit more lifesteal just so I have more sustain in these kinds of situations. Enemy team has almost all of their focus middle, so I'm going to take some of the attention away and bring it to bottom. We have a pretty big minion wave here, or at least we did when I started moving. Oh no, that's going to be the surrender. I still don't like how surrenders feel. I'm trying to come to terms with it. They are part of the game. That's okay. I showed off my character. I did the things I wanted to do. That's okay, right? That's what I just keep telling myself. I think surrenders feel so gross. I'm sorry. I think they feel gross. Well, team did great. I'm going to vote for the Scion because I saw him a couple of times. I felt like I was pretty self-sufficient there, and we pick up the S-. However, Jackson, the top lane, seems like he was having a pretty good brawl. taken it to the opposition. It's just the beginning of our Pantheon journey. I hope to give you guys more insights into the future. I am still learning with every single game and bringing you guys along on the process. Thank you for being here. Hope you enjoyed. See you guys again very soon.